Have you ever felt like life is slipping through your fingers, or wondered if you're truly making the most of the time you have left? Imagine living your golden years with peace, health, and happiness, yet without knowing how to avoid the common pitfalls that come with aging. What if I told you that a few key decisions today could transform your future into one of joy, fulfillment, and independence? In this video, we'll uncover the secrets to living a meaningful and worry-free life in your later years. From safeguarding your health to maintaining financial independence, avoiding unnecessary risks, and finding genuine emotional fulfillment, we'll explore actionable advice to ensure your life remains vibrant and purposeful. Stick around because, by the end, you'll not only have the tools to take control of your future, but also insights to support the elderly loved ones in your life. Whether it's creating a safe home, building harmonious relationships, or cherishing life's simple pleasures, this video is your roadmap to a better tomorrow. So, are you ready to discover how you can turn the rest of your life into the best of your life? Let's get started. This introduction sets an emotional tone, engages the audience with thought-provoking questions, and provides clear reasons to watch till the end, ensuring they see the value in staying engaged. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Don't place your faith in fortune-telling. There's an old saying, 3 parts are determined by heaven, 7 parts by effort. This timeless wisdom serves as a gentle reminder that while certain aspects of our lives may be shaped by circumstances beyond our control, the vast majority of our journey depends on our own choices, actions, and perseverance. It is a powerful message of hope and empowerment, especially for the elderly, who might find themselves drawn to the allure of fortune-telling and vague predictions in search of reassurance. Instead of spending precious time and hard-earned money on uncertain prophecies, wouldn't it be far more rewarding to focus on what truly matters: our health, happiness, and mental well-being? As people grow older, it's natural to feel concerned about the future or to ponder life's uncertainties. But placing trust in divination, which offers no guarantees, can never replace the peace that comes from taking control of one's own life. Longevity and good health don't come from the stars, they come from within. They are nurtured through simple yet impactful choices. Embracing a balanced diet, engaging in regular physical activity, and cultivating a serene, positive state of mind. I genuinely believe that a smile shared with a loved one or the warmth of a heartfelt conversation can do far more for our spirit than any horoscope ever could. When we live each day with positivity and build meaningful relationships, we create a sense of harmony and fulfillment that no fortune teller can predict or replicate. I feel deeply that taking an active, intentional approach to living, one that prioritizes kindness, gratitude, and self-care, is the true secret to a peaceful and joyful old age. Life is too beautiful and fleeting to hand over to the whims of fate. By choosing to live fully and mindfully, we can create our fortune, one happy moment at a time. As we grow older, our bodies naturally lose some of the flexibility, strength, and resilience they once had in our youth. While this is a natural part of aging, it also means that simple actions, like climbing to reach something high or moving too quickly, can become surprisingly dangerous. A single misstep or fall might lead to serious injuries, and in some heartbreaking cases, it could result in being confined to bed for the rest of one's life. Such situations don't only bring pain and hardship to the elderly person, but also place a significant emotional and physical burden on their loved ones, who must devote extra time and energy to care for them. It can even weigh heavily on families emotionally, seeing someone they cherish lose their independence. This is why moving with caution becomes so important as we age. Elderly people should avoid climbing or engaging in physically demanding activities that could put them at risk. Instead, they should take proactive steps to make their living spaces safer, such as removing rugs or clutter that might cause tripping, installing grab bars in bathrooms, and ensuring there is adequate lighting in all areas of the home. Using assistive devices, such as walking sticks or walkers, may feel like a big adjustment, but they are wonderful tools that offer stability and reduce the risk of falls. Taking these precautions isn't just about safety. It's about preserving dignity, independence, and peace of mind. It allows elderly individuals to continue enjoying their daily lives without the looming fear of accidents. And for their families, it brings comfort knowing that their loved ones are in a safe environment, reducing the anxiety of potential emergencies. Life is precious, especially in its later stages, and taking these careful steps ensures that it can be lived fully, joyfully, and without unnecessary hardships. By prioritizing safety, we allow our elders to age gracefully, surrounded by love and care, while protecting their health and well-being. 3. Accumulate wealth for old age, a vital foundation for security and dignity. As we journey through life, the reality of aging becomes more apparent. With age, our ability to earn money diminishes, making it imperative to prepare for the future by securing a stable income, whether through pensions, savings, or investments. Wealth is not merely a tool for day-to-day survival. It is a lifeline to safety, dignity, and peace of mind during our twilight years. In old age, unexpected expenses often arise. Medical bills, specialized health care, or the need for support services. Without adequate financial resources, these necessities can become overwhelming burdens, leaving the elderly vulnerable to subpar care or even complete neglect. This prospect is heartbreaking to imagine. No one should endure the fear or anxiety of wondering whether they can afford treatment for an illness or the basic comforts of life. To avoid such despair, financial preparation is not just practical. It is an act of self-love and self-respect. Beyond the material aspect, financial independence is deeply tied to emotional well-being. When the elderly can rely on their resources, they maintain a sense of autonomy and pride. It spares them the discomfort of becoming a financial burden to their children, which can often strain familial relationships. Money conflicts, no matter how small, can erode the precious bonds between generations, replacing love and gratitude with resentment or guilt. I find it deeply saddening to think of families torn apart by financial disagreements, especially when these could have been prevented with early planning. To safeguard a harmonious and stress-free life in old age, it is crucial to begin financial planning as early as possible. This means diligently accumulating assets, making thoughtful investments, and practicing disciplined spending. These steps, though requiring effort and sacrifice, pave the way for a life filled with tranquility and self-sufficiency in the later years. For me, the idea of growing old without financial worries is not just practical, it's profoundly emotional. It symbolizes freedom, the ability to live with dignity, and the peace of knowing that one's hard work has secured a safe and fulfilling future. It is a gift we owe ourselves, and one that ensures we can embrace the beauty of life's final chapters with grace and gratitude. Take care of yourself. Don't overwork your precious body. Health is truly one of life's greatest treasures, and this becomes even more evident as we age. Especially for elderly individuals, maintaining good health should be a top priority. As the body naturally becomes more fragile, signs of fatigue, discomfort, and aches become common companions. This is particularly true between the ages of 65 and 75, when the body's ability to recover isn't as swift as it once was. It's heartbreaking to see individuals in their golden years pushing themselves too hard, unaware of the potential harm they might be doing. Far too often, elderly people cling to the belief that they can continue working as they did in their youth. While the determination and resilience they display are admirable, it's important to recognize that this approach can be dangerous. Overworking doesn't just tire the body, it places a significant strain on it. This can lead to severe health issues such as heart problems, joint pain, or even life-threatening strokes. Imagine how devastating it would be to suffer these consequences simply because one ignored the body's plea for rest. Instead of focusing on heavy labor or intense tasks, the elderly should embrace lighter, more moderate activities. Simple yet fulfilling tasks can not only keep them physically active but also bring a sense of accomplishment without jeopardizing their health. Balancing rest with activity is essential. It's the secret to enjoying these precious years with peace and vitality. I feel a deep sense of respect and admiration for the elderly who have worked tirelessly throughout their lives. They have carried burdens, provided for families, and contributed so much to society. It's only fair that they allow themselves to slow down and savor the rewards of their hard work. Their well-being matters not just to them but to their loved ones who cherish them deeply. Watching an elderly parent or grandparent struggle with overwork is painful, and it reminds us of the importance of encouraging them to prioritize their health. In the end, life is about finding harmony. As the years go by, we all deserve the chance to live with dignity, free from unnecessary pain or exhaustion. Taking care of one's health in later years isn't just wise, it's an act of self-love and a gift to the family members who love and depend on them. Let's treasure health as the invaluable blessing it is and protect it with all our hearts. Don't be overly frugal. It's a heartfelt reminder, especially for elderly individuals who have lived through challenging times and developed habits of extreme thrift. It's deeply touching to see how some seniors hold on to a mindset of saving every penny, unwilling to let food go to waste, even if it's leftovers, or hesitating to spend money on their comfort. While these habits are admirable in their origins, life in old age should not be defined by restraint but by embracing joy and fulfillment. This phase of life is a well-deserved opportunity to relish the fruits of years of hard work and sacrifices. Imagine the happiness a delicious, well-prepared meal can bring, savored not just for its taste but as a celebration of life. Picture the comfort of wearing warm, cozy clothes that wrap one in both physical and emotional warmth. Think of the excitement and wonder that comes with trying something new, whether it's a hobby, a trip, or even just a different perspective. These small indulgences enrich life and elevate its quality in ways that money saved cannot. Being overly frugal can be counterproductive, and sometimes even harmful. Eating stale or insufficient food to save money can compromise health, a priceless asset that no amount of thrift can restore. Isn't it heart-wrenching to think of someone who worked hard their entire life denying themselves the comfort and joy they so richly deserve? My heart aches for those who cling to frugality out of habit rather than necessity, denying themselves simple pleasures they've earned 100 times over. Instead of holding back, seniors should treat themselves with kindness and generosity. Life is fleeting, and every moment is precious. Why not enjoy the good things you might have missed out on in earlier years? You've given so much to others. Now is the time to give back to yourself. After all, happiness isn't just a gift you give yourself. It's a gift you share with those who love you, as they get to see you thriving, smiling, and truly living. Life, especially in its later stages, is not meant to be merely endured but embraced with open arms and a full heart. There's a well-known saying, money and possessions cannot be taken with you when you leave this world. And it carries a profound truth that often gets lost in the rush of our busy lives. This simple yet powerful message reminds us that life is not just about accumulating wealth or material things. It's about the experiences we create, the memories we cherish, and the love we share with those around us. We often get so caught up in the pursuit of success or the desire to own more, thinking it will bring us happiness. But in the end, those things are temporary. What truly matters is how we spend our time and take care of ourselves and our loved ones. Living fully means savoring the present moment, making time for what truly brings us joy, and not being afraid to invest in ourselves, whether that's through rest, self-care, or meaningful experiences. Spending wisely doesn't just mean being frugal with money. It's about aligning your spending with your values. Use your resources to create moments that feed your soul, like traveling to see breathtaking places, giving generously to those in need, or simply enjoying a good meal with people who matter most to you. To me, this idea carries so much emotion because it's a reminder to embrace the fleeting beauty of life. It encourages me to focus on what brings true fulfillment rather than chasing material success that can feel hollow. I want to grow older with a heart full of happy memories, not regrets over the things I missed because I was too focused on superficial goals. So, let's all take this saying to heart. Let's live our lives with purpose and intention, caring for ourselves in a way that ensures not just a long life, but a meaningful one. Let's choose joy, gratitude, and love over possessions that will one day fade away, leaving behind only the legacy of the life we truly lived. 6. Keep your old home, a treasure chest of memories and independence. A home is far more than just a physical structure. It is a sanctuary of cherished memories and a cornerstone of stability, especially for the elderly. Each room echoes with stories of laughter, love, and the passage of time, a place where they've celebrated milestones, raised families, and woven the fabric of their lives. Living in a familiar home, surrounded by these tangible reminders of the past, offers not only physical comfort but also an unparalleled peace of mind. It's a feeling of safety that no new or unfamiliar place can replicate. Unfortunately, many elderly people face pressure from their children to sell their beloved homes, perhaps to downsize, move in together, or relocate to what seems like a better house. While these suggestions may come from a place of love and concern, they often overlook the emotional toll such changes can take. Selling a home, a symbol of autonomy and identity, can leave the elderly feeling uprooted, disoriented, and, in some cases, even dependent on others. This sense of dependency can erode their confidence and make them feel like they've lost control over their lives. Personally, I believe there is profound wisdom in the saying, "Parents have their things." It emphasizes the importance of allowing elderly individuals to retain their sense of ownership and independence. The freedom to live in their own home, surrounded by the things they've accumulated over a lifetime, is invaluable for their mental and emotional well-being. It helps preserve their dignity and self-respect, qualities that can often be diminished when their choices are overshadowed by others. Of course, it's essential to ensure their living situation is safe and manageable, but decisions about selling a home should never be rushed or made solely to appease others. I feel a deep sense of sadness when I think about how some elderly individuals might give up their homes too hastily, only to later regret losing the place they once called their haven. We, as children or loved ones, must tread carefully, respecting their wishes and giving them the space to make decisions that align with their needs and feelings. For the elderly, keeping their old home isn't just about maintaining a roof over their heads. It's about preserving a lifetime of memories and safeguarding their independence. I truly hope more families recognize this and work together to honor the desires of their aging parents, allowing them to live their golden years with the comfort and dignity they so deeply deserve. Avoid spending money on unnecessary health products. In today's world, we are bombarded with advertisements for a dizzying array of health products, ranging from dietary supplements to home medical devices, all promising miraculous benefits like boosting energy, improving vitality, or even prolonging life. While these claims may sound tempting, the truth is that many of these products fail to deliver the promised results. Some are mere marketing ploys, designed to exploit the hopes and fears of consumers rather than provide any genuine health benefits. This is especially true for the elderly, who often find themselves in a vulnerable position as they grapple with the challenges of aging. When faced with a natural decline in their health, they may feel desperate to find a solution and are more susceptible to persuasive advertisements. Many end up spending significant amounts of money on expensive supplements or devices, believing that these products will restore their youth or cure chronic ailments. Unfortunately, the harsh reality is that most of these purchases turn out to be wasteful. Not only do these products fail to live up to the hype, but the financial burden they create can add unnecessary stress to their lives. I find this situation heartbreaking because I know how much hope these individuals invest in such products. It's not just about money. It's about the dreams of feeling better, living longer, and enjoying time with loved ones. It's a reminder that we must approach health-related decisions with caution and skepticism, rather than blind trust in advertisements. Instead of chasing after these often dubious health trends, I believe it's far wiser for elderly individuals to invest in proven, practical habits that genuinely contribute to their well-being. A balanced diet, rich in fresh fruits, vegetables, and other wholesome foods, can work wonders for their overall health. Regular physical activity, tailored to their abilities, not only strengthens the body but also boosts mental health and happiness. And, perhaps most importantly, frequent medical checkups provide professional insights into their health and ensure any issues are addressed promptly. What truly warms my heart is seeing older adults take charge of their health in simple, sustainable ways. Spending quality time with family, walking in the park, practicing yoga, or engaging in hobbies they love. These are the things that add joy and meaning to their lives. Such practices not only help them stay healthy, but also remind us all of the beauty of living a balanced, contented life. In conclusion, while the allure of health products might be strong, we must encourage elderly individuals to prioritize practical, scientifically backed approaches to health. By focusing on what truly matters, a wholesome lifestyle, regular medical care, and meaningful connections, they can avoid unnecessary expenses and enjoy a fuller, more satisfying life. After all, true health isn't found in a bottle or device. It's found in the choices we make every day. It is so important not to argue with your life partner, especially as you grow older. In the twilight years of life, a life partner becomes more than just a companion. They are your anchor, your confidant, and the person who truly knows you. When children grow up and start living their own busy lives, it is your partner who remains by your side, sharing not just the day-to-day routines, but also the quiet, tender moments that make life meaningful. The relationship you share is a treasure, built on years of love, shared experiences, and mutual understanding. Conflicts and arguments, though common in any relationship, can leave deep scars, especially in old age. They don't just wound the heart, they bring about unnecessary stress that can affect physical health, mental well-being, and the overall mood in a home. Why waste these precious moments on disagreements? The later years of life should be about cherishing each other, finding joy in each other's presence, and leaning on one another for strength and comfort. For me, this idea feels deeply personal and moving. I've always believed that old age should be a golden chapter, filled with love, care, and emotional intimacy. Seeing elderly couples holding hands, sharing laughs, or simply sitting in companionable silence inspires a profound sense of admiration. It reminds me of the saying, "old couple," which beautifully symbolizes the enduring bond that grows stronger with time. Isn't it heartwarming to think that, no matter how the world changes, you will have someone by your side to share memories, joys, and even sorrows? Instead of letting misunderstandings and disagreements take center stage, why not choose to understand, forgive, and love? A harmonious relationship isn't about never disagreeing. It's about choosing love over pride, compassion over criticism, and unity over division. When we let go of the small things and embrace our partners for who they are, we create a sanctuary of peace and warmth, ensuring that old age is not just endured but celebrated. In the end, a life partner is the person who walks with you to the edge of life's journey. By nurturing this relationship with patience, kindness, and open-heartedness, you not only protect your happiness but also create a legacy of love and respect. Isn't that what we all want? To grow old with someone who makes every day feel worthwhile? If you find yourself feeling lonely in your later years, it's essential not to rush into the decision to remarry. Remarriage in old age is a deeply personal and often complex choice that requires thoughtful consideration. While the idea of companionship and love can be incredibly appealing, the reality is that remarrying at this stage of life comes with unique challenges. By this age, both individuals typically have established their habits, lifestyles, and perspectives, making it difficult to merge two lives seamlessly. Moreover, disagreements over finances or children from previous marriages can create significant tension, turning what should be a source of joy into a source of stress. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. While remarriage can bring happiness to some, for many others, it introduces unnecessary complications and emotional strain. Instead of leaping into a new marital relationship, consider nurturing other meaningful connections in your life. Spending time with friends, family, or grandchildren can provide an irreplaceable sense of warmth and belonging. I find that the bond between grandparents and grandchildren is magical, filled with unconditional love, laughter, and the purest form of companionship. Such relationships have the power to brighten one's spirit without the complexities that often come with remarriage. When loneliness strikes, remember that joy and connection can be found in countless ways beyond marriage. Take the time to reflect and ensure that any decision you make is rooted in genuine understanding and heartfelt emotions, rather than simply a reaction to loneliness. Similarly, choosing where to spend your golden years is another critical decision that deserves careful thought. The idea of moving to a nursing home might seem practical for those who can no longer care for themselves, but it's not always the most fulfilling option. From my perspective, nursing homes often lack the personal touch that elderly people need to feel valued and connected. Imagine the sense of isolation one might feel in an unfamiliar environment, surrounded by strangers instead of loved ones. The sterile routine of a nursing home, no matter how well-intentioned, can strip away the sense of belonging that makes life meaningful. This can lead to feelings of sadness, depression, and a longing for the warmth of family. On the other hand, staying in a familiar home filled with cherished memories offers an unmatched sense of comfort and security. There's something profoundly soothing about living among the walls that have witnessed a lifetime of love and experiences. If managing daily tasks becomes too challenging, hiring a caregiver to assist at home can be a wonderful compromise. This way, the elderly can continue to feel loved and supported without losing the sense of independence and dignity that's so vital to happiness. I truly believe that being surrounded by family and the sights and sounds of a beloved home can make all the difference in preserving both mental and emotional well-being. As life evolves, so do our relationships, particularly those with colleagues and friends from work. Retirement often marks a natural shift in these connections. It can feel bittersweet to see bonds that once felt unshakable begin to fade as everyone moves in different directions. But this isn't necessarily a loss. It's simply a part of life's rhythm. Rather than dwelling on the inevitable distance, it's better to cherish the memories and accept that these changes open the door to deepening other relationships. I firmly believe that focusing on the present, especially with family and close friends, can bring an immense sense of peace and fulfillment. Retirement is not the end of meaningful connections. It's an opportunity to rediscover the beauty of life's simple joys. Imagine the richness of moments spent with grandchildren, the deep conversations with lifelong friends, or the tranquility of a peaceful home filled with love. These are the treasures that make life in our later years truly meaningful. Letting go of the past, embracing the present, and finding gratitude in what remains can transform aging into a season of growth, love, and profound contentment. When you don't understand something, it's okay to wait until tomorrow. Life is often filled with complicated challenges that can leave us feeling overwhelmed and anxious, especially as we grow older. I deeply resonate with the idea that not every problem needs an immediate solution. Rushing to resolve an issue can sometimes make matters worse. The wisdom in the saying, "Where there's a mountain, there's a wave," reminds us that patience is a powerful tool. Sometimes, all it takes is time for the fog to clear, for the answers to reveal themselves, and for the right path to appear. This simple yet profound truth is a reminder that we don't need to let pressure weigh us down and affect our health. In my view, keeping a calm and steady mind in tough situations is not just a skill. It's a gift we give to ourselves. Older adults, in particular, should allow themselves the grace to pause and step back from the chaos. Instead of letting stress and anxiety take over, they should practice self-care, relaxing, taking deep breaths, and waiting for clarity to emerge naturally. I believe that this approach not only protects physical and mental well-being, but also brings a sense of peace that makes life feel lighter and more joyful. On another note, one piece of advice that I find incredibly wise is to avoid flaunting your wealth to relatives. Money is a sensitive topic, especially in the context of family. When someone boasts about their assets, it can unintentionally sow seeds of jealousy, tension, and even conflict. I've seen how easily family bonds can be strained when finances enter the picture. The warmth and closeness of relationships can erode, turning cherished relatives into strangers, or worse, adversaries. This is heartbreaking, especially when family should be a source of love and support. For older adults, I feel it's crucial to approach financial matters with discretion. Sharing information about wealth should be reserved only for those who truly need to know. Not only does this safeguard one's assets, but it also preserves the purity of family relationships, ensuring that they remain grounded in love rather than tainted by money. In my heart, I firmly believe that the greatest treasure is a family that values each other for who they are, not for what they have. Finally, I can't emphasize enough the importance of maintaining good relationships with neighbors. There's a saying I love: a good neighbor is worth more than gold. This couldn't be truer, especially for the elderly, who may spend more time at home and rely more heavily on their local community. Neighbors can be lifesavers in emergencies, calling for help during accidents or lending a hand with small yet significant acts, like bringing groceries or assisting with forgotten keys. These seemingly small gestures can make a world of difference. In my experience, building positive connections with neighbors doesn't require grand efforts. A warm smile, a kind greeting, or helping with small tasks can create bonds that bring joy and comfort. For older adults, these relationships are especially valuable. They provide not just a sense of safety but also companionship that reduces loneliness and adds color to daily life. I believe that living in a community where neighbors care for one another is like wrapping oneself in a cozy blanket of love and support. In the end, life is about creating harmony in ourselves, in our families, and in our communities. Whether it's taking a step back to find clarity, guarding relationships from the complications of money, or nurturing bonds with neighbors, these small but meaningful actions lead to a richer, more fulfilling life. Thank you for letting me share these reflections, which hold a special place in my heart. 2. Go outside. As we age, it becomes increasingly important to prioritize our physical safety, especially in the evenings or in low-light conditions. With aging, our vision tends to weaken, and navigating the dark can be a daunting challenge. It breaks my heart to think of anyone experiencing the pain and complications of falls or injuries simply because of insufficient lighting. Falls are not just accidents. They can be life-changing events that rob older adults of their mobility and independence, leaving them feeling frustrated and disheartened. That's why I believe ensuring proper lighting is not just a precaution but an act of self-love and care. Something as simple as carrying a flashlight or turning on the lights can make a huge difference. Not only does it prevent unfortunate accidents, but it also fosters a sense of confidence and safety. Seniors deserve to feel secure and in control of their surroundings. Paying attention to these small but meaningful details can be life-saving, offering peace of mind and enabling a more independent lifestyle. 3. Don't compare yourself to others. Comparing yourself to others is something we all do, but as we age, it becomes even more essential to break free from this habit. Life is incredibly diverse, and each of us is walking a path filled with unique challenges and triumphs. My heart aches for those who feel defeated because they see someone who appears healthier, wealthier, or happier. Constantly measuring your worth against others only deepens feelings of inadequacy and sadness. I strongly believe in the power of acceptance and gratitude. Focusing on the joys in your life, no matter how small, can be incredibly liberating. Cherish the warmth of your relationships, celebrate the milestones you've achieved, and remind yourself how fortunate you are to experience life in its entirety. Happiness is not found in comparison. It's found in embracing your individuality and appreciating your journey. When seniors focus on the blessings in their lives, they radiate a kind of peace and contentment that is truly inspiring. 4. Don't overeat. The old saying, "Eat just enough to be full and live a long life," is so wise and timeless. Overeating might seem harmless at the moment, but it can quietly burden the body, leading to digestive discomfort and, over time, severe health issues. I feel deeply for older adults who unknowingly harm their health by indulging in large meals or rich foods. The digestive system slows with age, and what once was manageable can become a heavy strain on the body. By choosing to eat smaller portions and incorporating light, nutritious meals, seniors can transform their health. I find the idea of taking gentle walks after meals to be not just practical but also peaceful, a chance to connect with nature, reflect, and support digestion. It's a simple yet powerful practice that can make a world of difference in overall well-being. moderation and mindfulness in eating are truly gifts to your future self. 5. Avoid high-fat and high-salt foods. Diet is the cornerstone of health, and this becomes even more evident as we grow older. Foods high in fat and salt may be tempting, but they come with heavy consequences: heart disease, high blood pressure, and other chronic conditions. It saddens me to think of people unknowingly putting their health at risk with every bite. Seniors, who often have more sensitive digestive systems, need to be especially mindful of what they consume. I strongly advocate for balanced, wholesome meals filled with vibrant vegetables, fresh fruits, and lean proteins. These aren't just good for your body, they're a delight for your senses and spirit. Imagine sitting down on a colorful plate that not only nourishes you but also brings joy and vitality to your life. Listening to your body, making thoughtful food choices, and staying hydrated can help you feel lighter, healthier, and more energetic. 6. Don't let negative emotions harm your health. Emotions are powerful. They can either heal or harm us. Negative emotions like anger, sadness, or anxiety can slowly chip away at both mental and physical health. It's heartbreaking to think that so many illnesses stem from unresolved emotional stress. I know that aging comes with its fair share of challenges: loneliness, health worries, financial strains, but allowing these feelings to fester only adds to the burden. Instead, I believe in the healing power of joy and optimism. Activities like yoga, meditation, or simply spending time outdoors can work wonders for the soul. Surrounding yourself with love, laughter, and positivity can transform even the darkest of days. I've seen how a simple smile, a shared moment, or a calming practice can uplift the spirit. Your emotional health matters deeply, and nurturing it can unlock a sense of peace and happiness that radiates into every corner of your life. 7. Exercise appropriately. Exercise is truly a gift. It keeps the body strong, the mind sharp, and the spirit alive. However, not all exercises are suitable for older adults, and choosing the wrong routines can lead to injury or frustration. My heart goes out to those who push themselves too hard, only to face setbacks. Gentle, regular activities like walking, yoga, tai chi, or swimming are perfect for maintaining strength, flexibility, and vitality without overstraining the body. There's something so beautiful about moving your body in ways that feel natural and joyful. Exercise isn't just about staying fit. It's about celebrating what your body can do and nurturing it with care. Finding a routine that works for you and sticking to it is one of the most empowering things you can do. Each step, stretch, or breath taken in the name of health is a step toward a longer, happier, and more fulfilling life. Healthcare, a precious priority. Health is the most priceless treasure one can possess, a truth that becomes more apparent as we age. When we are young, filled with energy and vigor, we often take our health for granted, oblivious to the wear and tear our choices may cause. However, as the years go by, neglecting this invaluable gift can lead to painful consequences, robbing us of the chance to fully enjoy the golden years of life. It's heartbreaking to see someone who could have lived a fulfilling life struggle with preventable health issues due to neglect. Regular health checkups, a balanced diet, and consistent exercise are not just recommendations. They are lifelines to a healthier, happier future. It's crucial to listen to the whispers of our bodies. Aches, fatigue, or unusual changes might seem insignificant, but they could be warning signs of deeper issues. Ignoring them is like ignoring the creaks of a bridge. One day, it might collapse when you least expect it. Healthcare is not just about physical well-being. It's a holistic commitment to our mind, body, and spirit. Mental health, too, deserves tender care. Prioritizing sleep, reducing stress, and nurturing an optimistic mindset are vital components of this equation. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's an act of love for the people who care about you. When you nurture your health, you create a foundation for a longer, higher quality life filled with joy and vitality. After all, good health doesn't just add years to your life, it adds life to your years. Sleep, the silent healer. Sleep is a cornerstone of good health, a sacred time when our bodies and minds rejuvenate. Yet, for many older adults, sleep becomes elusive, a bittersweet memory of youth. The adage, "old people sleep poorly," painfully reflects the reality that aging often disrupts restful slumber. Sleep deprivation can feel like a thief, stealing away energy, mental clarity, and peace of mind. Without adequate rest, even simple tasks can become burdensome, and the risk of serious health issues, like memory loss or cardiovascular diseases, increases. It's heartbreaking to think of seniors waking up multiple times during the night due to discomfort, anxiety, or health issues like nocturia. Despite these challenges, sleep remains as essential as ever. It's the body's way of healing, recharging, and fostering a refreshed spirit. Simple lifestyle changes can make a big difference. Establishing a consistent bedtime, avoiding heavy meals or caffeine before bed, and creating a calm, serene sleeping environment can work wonders. Engaging in soothing activities such as reading, meditating, or listening to gentle music before bed can also encourage deeper, more restorative sleep. Prioritizing sleep is an act of self-care. It's a gift you give to yourself, and the dividends are immense. When sleep is in balance, everything else, physical health, mental clarity, and emotional resilience, falls into place. Let us remember, no matter our age, that sleep is a vital ally in our journey toward a healthier, happier life. A commitment to a healthy lifestyle. Health is the cornerstone of independence, happiness, and fulfillment, especially in the later years of life. As we age, maintaining a healthy lifestyle becomes not just important but essential. It requires dedication, awareness, and, above all, love for oneself. A balanced diet nourishes the body, reasonable exercise keeps it strong, and regular health checkups provide peace of mind. But beyond these practical steps lies the magic of a cheerful, optimistic mindset, a powerful force that can transform the challenges of aging into opportunities for growth and joy. Healthcare is not about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about waking up every day with the determination to do what's best for your body and mind, even when it's difficult. Ignoring warning signs is a mistake that can cost you more than money. It can cost you precious moments of happiness and connection. Regardless of material wealth, health is the great equalizer. It determines the quality of life, influencing how well we can enjoy the fruits of our labor, the warmth of our relationships, and the beauty of the world around us. Investing in health, both physical and mental, is the most profound way to ensure a fulfilling old age. It's a lesson I hold dear, one I wish more people would embrace before it's too late. To cherish your health is to cherish your life. It's a choice to prioritize joy over regret, confidence over fear, and vitality over deterioration. In the twilight years, when every moment feels more precious, good health becomes the key to unlocking peace, contentment, and boundless happiness. Let us all remember, the road to a fulfilling life starts with a simple but powerful decision to take care of ourselves today. Facing old age and illness, a journey of courage and acceptance. When old age creeps in, it brings more than just wrinkles and gray hair. It stirs deep fears of losing independence, battling illness, and facing loneliness without the comfort of loved ones nearby. For many, these fears outweigh the natural decline in health that comes with time. The thought of becoming a burden on family members can weigh heavily on one's heart, overshadowing the joys that remain in life. But even in the face of physical limitations, cultivating an optimistic mindset becomes a lifeline, a beacon of light that prevents despair and strengthens relationships with loved ones. Living peacefully during one's weakest years demands extraordinary strength and resilience. Illness, like a storm, can shake the very foundation of family dynamics, often giving rise to frustration, misunderstandings, and exhaustion. The challenge for older adults lies in managing their emotions, even when their bodies fail them, to maintain harmony within their families. A warm smile or a kind word, even in pain, can work wonders in easing the burden on caregivers and preserving precious bonds of love. Embracing life with optimism. At the heart of facing old age and illness is an unwavering belief in the value of life. no matter how fleeting it may be. Optimism, while not a cure, can be a source of immense strength. To approach the inevitability of death with grace and acceptance is not a sign of giving up, but of courage. Reflecting on the fullness of life, the triumphs, failures, love, and heartbreaks, offers a perspective that can soften the sting of regrets and unfulfilled dreams. There is beauty in resilience, in facing the final chapter with dignity and hope. Many find solace in daring pursuits, fulfilling lifelong dreams, and creating cherished memories with loved ones. Whether it's skydiving, racing cars, or simply basking in the presence of family, these acts of defiance against time and fate can be deeply inspiring. As lives come to an end, families left behind often find comfort in knowing their loved ones embraced their journey with joy and purpose. As writer Kim Dung eloquently put it, "Life is a noisy show, and then one departs quietly. Those who live with strength and optimism, even in their most fragile moments, are warriors, unwavering in the face of fate's trials." Such individuals inspire us to face our struggles with courage and determination, showing that the measure of a life well lived is not in its length, but in its depth and vibrancy. Cultivating forgiveness and understanding. Another key to navigating old age is cultivating a forgiving mindset, not just toward others, but toward oneself. It is vital for older adults to understand the pressures of modern life and not to place unreasonable expectations on their children. In today's world, balancing work and caregiving responsibilities is a daunting task, and few can manage it without sacrificing their own well-being. I vividly remember my fourth uncle's ordeal after a traffic accident left him in intensive care. His children, overwhelmed with worry, struggled to juggle their jobs and his care. Despite their best efforts, he refused to hire professional help, insisting that it was his children's duty to care for him. This not only strained their finances but also created emotional rifts within the family. A more understanding approach could have eased their burden and preserved their unity. Wise elders know the importance of maintaining their independence as much as possible. They seek help only when necessary and avoid demanding sacrifices that could disrupt their children's lives. By doing so, they foster respect and gratitude rather than resentment, creating a legacy of love and mutual care. Lifelong learning and the spirit of curiosity. The saying, "Live to old age, learn to old age," holds profound wisdom. Maintaining a sense of curiosity and a thirst for knowledge can infuse even the later years with vitality and purpose. Illness and frailty may threaten to dim the spirit, but an active mind and an open heart can rekindle the flame of life. Instead of merely counting down the days, why not fill them with meaning? Explore new interests, connect with loved ones, and embrace every opportunity to grow. Even the bedridden can find moments of joy, be it savoring a favorite meal, engaging in a meaningful conversation, or relishing a beautiful sunset. The key lies in focusing on what is still possible, rather than dwelling on limitations. For the truly wise, the final moments of life become an opportunity to impart wisdom, express love, and fulfill long-held wishes. These acts of closure bring peace not only to themselves, but also to those they leave behind. When we accept the natural cycle of life, birth, aging, illness, and death, we free ourselves from fear and embrace each day with gratitude and grace. The echoes of a life lived. Life is an intricate tapestry of joy and sorrow, love and loss, strength and vulnerability. My childhood was marked by a poignant story of resilience, one that taught me the value of compassion and understanding. Raised in difficult circumstances, I longed for my mother's presence while struggling to find my place in a world that often felt cold and unkind. Yet even amid hardship, I learned to find beauty in small moments of connection and to hold on to hope. For all of us, the journey through old age and illness is deeply personal yet profoundly universal. By approaching it with optimism, forgiveness, and a zest for life, we can transform it from a time of decline into a celebration of the human spirit. Let us face our twilight years not with fear, but with a fierce determination to live fully, love deeply, and leave behind a legacy of courage and kindness. My mother lived alone, surrounded by silence that must have weighed heavily on her. I was too young, too naive, to truly understand the depth of her sadness or the nature of her struggles. My small, innocent mind couldn't even grasp what her job entailed. One fateful afternoon, it must have been the 30th of T, she came to visit me. Her arrival was like a whirlwind of emotions. She brought with her a bundle of gifts, clothes, shoes, and a large doll that could laugh, a marvel that instantly captivated me. For my grandmother, she brought a velvet scarf so elegant it was destined only for special occasions. But something felt off. A sharp, almost suffocating scent of perfume clung to her, a smell I found myself hating without truly understanding why. "Listen to your grandmother. When you come back, your mother will buy you more gifts," she said, her words trembling, her voice laced with unshed tears. She told me she loved me, but the sadness in her tone lingered like an unspoken secret. I remember how, in one fleeting moment, she mentioned I didn't look like her or my grandmother, both of whom had been considered the beauties of their time. My grandmother had once been the pride of the village, and my mother had inherited her radiant charm. But me, I resembled neither. Perhaps, in the deepest corners of my mind, I thought I bore a resemblance to the shadowy figure I imagined was my father. As I grew older, the whispers around me grew louder. The changes in my adolescent body drew attention I neither wanted nor deserved. People looked at me not as a person but as the child of a prostitute, their judgment piercing through me like daggers. I cried myself to sleep many nights, vowing to prove them all wrong. I wasn't what they thought I was. I was pure. I was innocent. And one day, I would rise above their scorn and show them what I was truly capable of. I threw myself into studying, determined to excel so that even the heavens wouldn't dare to disappoint me. My efforts bore fruit. I surpassed every expectation. When I passed the entrance exam to a prestigious school, I returned home with a sense of triumph, my pride beaming through every smile. The voices that had once mocked me fell silent, replaced by envy and astonishment. My grandmother celebrated by cooking all my favorite dishes. But amidst the joy, one absence gnawed at my heart. My mother wasn't there. Her absence hurt more than I wanted to admit. Did she bring me into this world only to leave me behind? On a day as monumental as this, she wasn't there to share in my pride. Anger welled up in me, twisting into a hatred I couldn't contain. But my bitterness turned to heartbreak when I learned the devastating truth. She had left forever. The day I started my new life was the same day her life ended. I was stunned, unable to process the news as I watched her coffin being carried away. On a gray, somber afternoon, I stood like a ghost, void of emotion, as they lowered my grandmother into the earth. She had cried endlessly after discovering my mother's illness, and now they were both gone. HIV had claimed my mother, a cruel fate for someone who had endured so much. I was left alone in the cemetery, tears streaming down my face as I demanded answers from the lifeless earth. I clawed at the soil, my hands bloody, begging for my mother to come back, to see the person I had become, to witness my success. My cries echoed into the void, but no answer came. The silence was unbearable. That night, I couldn't sleep. My mother's photograph stared back at me, her eyes frozen in time, and I sobbed, feeling a weight so heavy it seemed to crush my soul. I turned to my grandmother, my last remaining anchor, and asked, "Grandma, why won't Mother tell me who my father is? I just want to know. Please, Grandma." My grandmother hesitated. Her silence speaks volumes. Finally, she rose and opened a small cabinet, retrieving a trunk that seemed to carry the weight of decades. My heart raced as she handed me an envelope, her hands trembling. I held it with reverence, sensing that within its folds lay the secrets of my existence. "Dear Phalo, my good daughter," the letter began. My hands shook as I read my mother's words, each one steeped in sorrow and love. She apologized for her failures, and for not giving me the life I deserved. But she also confessed that I had been her source of strength, her reason to keep going when the world seemed unbearable. Tears blurred my vision as I read on, the pain of her absence mingling with the love she had left behind in her words. That night, as the cold wind howled in the trees, groaned my grandmother and I cried together, our tears a testament to the love and loss that had shaped our lives. You are, without a doubt, the most meaningful and precious thing your mother has ever achieved in her life. A treasure beyond compare that fills her heart with purpose, pride, and immeasurable joy. She once stood at a crossroads in her life, deeply worried and overwhelmed by countless thoughts. She wrestled with questions and uncertainties, unsure of her ability to shoulder the responsibilities that would come with bringing a new life into this world. She was scared, vulnerable, and sometimes lost in the fear of the unknown. Yet, despite all those doubts, she found the courage to take that leap of faith. It was not an easy decision. It took all the strength she had and even more that she didn't know she possessed. But in the end, her love for you, even before you existed, gave her the bravery to face her fears and bring you into this world. From the moment you were born, your mother dedicated her entire being to you. She knows your silent, tender childhood like no one else. She remembers the way you looked at her with those curious, innocent eyes, absorbing the world without saying a word. She felt every unspoken emotion, every quiet yearning, and every subtle change in your mood. Even when you didn't speak, she understood you. Your silence was like a language only she could hear. She could sense your needs, your joys, and your sorrows, sometimes even before you knew them yourself. To her, those quiet moments were both a blessing and a challenge. She cherished them, but she also feared them. Every time she met your gaze, it was as though she was looking into a mirror of her soul, a reflection of her hopes, dreams, and even her insecurities. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 0 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Do you know how much strength it took for her to face those moments? She was often scared, terrified, even, of not being the mother you deserved. Every time you looked at her with trust and expectation in your eyes, she felt the weight of that responsibility. She worried about whether she was doing enough, whether she could protect you from the harshness of the world, and whether she was giving you all the love and care you needed to grow. She often stayed awake at night, consumed by these fears, silently praying for guidance, strength, and the ability to be everything you needed her to be. Life has not always been kind to her. There were times when it felt as though God had tested her in almost unbearable ways. She faced challenges that would have broken the strongest of people, and yet she endured them for you. The sacrifices she made, both big and small, were all for your happiness and well-being. There were days when she was exhausted, both physically and emotionally, but she never let you see her crumble. She carried her pain quietly, shielding you from it because she wanted your world to remain pure and filled with love. Through all of this, you became her guiding light. Your presence gave her life meaning in ways she could never have imagined. You became her reason to wake up each morning, her motivation to push through even the toughest days, and her source of joy during moments when everything else seemed bleak. She poured her entire heart and soul into raising you, giving you every ounce of love she had to give. To her, you are not just a child. You are her entire universe. You are the reason she laughs, the reason she dreams, and the reason she dares to hope for a brighter tomorrow. When she looks at you now, she sees not just the person you've become, but also all the moments you've shared, the struggles, the triumphs, the laughter, and even the tears. You are her greatest achievement, her proudest accomplishment, and the purest form of love she has ever known. No matter where life takes you or how much time passes, you will always be her world, her everything, and the most beautiful chapter of her life. Her love for you is endless, unconditional, and deeper than words could ever express. Now that we've explored these valuable lessons about living a healthier, happier, and more independent life as we age, it's time to reflect. What resonated with you the most? Was there a specific tip or perspective that you feel can make a difference in your life or the life of a loved one? We'd love to hear from you. Share one thing you've learned today and how you plan to put it into practice in the comments below. Your story or insight might just inspire someone else to watch this video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with friends and family who might benefit, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for more inspiring and practical content like this. Let's create a community where we all support each other in living our best lives. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.